So here I am in 2.83, and we're using an older version of HardOps 0987_3. And in this example, I just want to show how basically in our control tilde, if we look under bool options, we don't have parent bool shapes on. But if I were to take this cube, select this shape, and just press Q and choose difference, we can now set up our boolean. And basically, if I rotate this object, we see that it doesn't take it with it. And the reason is because the parenting isn't set up. So we created this option called late parent that basically will allow you to retroactively parent your cutters to the shape even after the fact, like you're seeing me show here. However, the problem was that this would fail with HardOps, so we'll just place this particular insert from the hop subsets. And basically if we rotate it, we see that the insert does not go along with it, and we could select it and parent it manually, but there's better ways. So if we press Q and we go to operations and we choose late parent, we see that this doesn't work. And so this was considered a bit of a problem and something that we aimed to resolve. Another thing that it also wasn't able to take care of as far as late parent was concerned is, let's take this edge in the back and let's just convert it to a curve, but we'll right click and cancel, and then we'll select the shape and just use Boxcutter to just create a quick cut. And I'll press Q and use array, and we could just press V to activate 3D mode. And I'm going to take this, select the curve, press Q, choose curve modifier, press F9, and we can now set up the situation. And basically if we were to try to move the shape, we see that we're not able to get anywhere with it. And if I were to press Q and choose late parent, that also will not help with this cutter because this cutter is parented to another object. And so basically late parent wasn't able to deal with hierarchies that were related to separate objects. So this was something that we aimed to resolve. So just to show it in action, now I'm using HardOps 987.8, and we'll just place our cursor here. And same as before, if we press Control tilde, under our bool options, we don't have any sort of parenting turned on. So if we just set this up, we're now in business with our boolean. We can press Q, try using late parent. We see that late parent will work the way it's supposed to. So now let's try it with that insert. If we were to try to rotate this, we see that the insert stays still. If we press Q and go under late parent, we see that now it's been parented as the count has been increased, and we are now able to rotate that insert. So just to tie off this finale, let's do the same thing we did previously, where I select this edge, control click to select everything in between, and then we just use curve extract, maybe press X to drop it as not having any sort of width to it, and we'll just use line box to create a quick shape. We'll use array to array it out, just my favorite way to array nowadays, and we'll select them both, use curve modifier, and then just use the F9 to set this up. So now, the moment of truth, we press Q, and if we go under operations and choose late parent, we now see that we're able to move this object completely freely. So just showing that we've expanded the capacity of late parent to now support more cases than ever before, maybe even cases you haven't ran into yet, but definitely cases that I consider important enough for us to focus on, like you see here. So if we press Q and we go back to Everscroll, I'm just going to recall this particular cutter, and we'll just bring that over, and I'll press Alt H to bring everything else back. We see that whenever I go to layer 1, everything else is hidden. So let's say I wanted to actually get all my inserts and cutters cleaned up. Well, I can just go under settings and just control click manage, and that will evict everything that's a cutter. And if we click on manage without anything, we can now unify. But we want to make sure that our active collection is the one that we want to unify to. So now if we go under settings and we choose manage, everything has been unified to the collection. And now whenever I press 1, 2, 3, I'm able to jump through them properly. So there's quite a few support tools at your disposal when it comes to managing HardOps and dealing with inserts and keeping all these sort of things under control. Just letting you know that there's additional cases that we're also intent on improving upon. So I'm going to just shift right click, place my cursor here, shift A, add a sphere, and we'll just right click and adjust the size of it. I'll select the object, select the empty, Alt X, press X to reset it, and we'll just mirror this to the other side. And while we're here, let's select this insert, and let's also mirror it across the empty. I almost mirrored it across the object. That would have been incorrect. So let's try that again. Alt X. We want to mirror modifier, mirror it across. So now if we move the object, we see that we're back in a situation where we're not able to move this object freely. So this is another reach of late parent outside of the bounds of what it was designed for, but now is something additionally supported. So we'll go in, use late parent, and now we see that we've actually parented things that are not cutters to this, and we're now able to move this object freely. So just letting you know that we're still working on expanding late parent to be the best retroactive parenter that you can use for dealing with things after the fact where you've realized you may have made a mistake with your parenting and want to deal with it in a more automated fashion. Just know that we're there for you.